Cody's about to turn heel.
Sell a soul to the final boss.
I also wouldn't be surprised if they put it on Rhea.
Gunther feels he can put Punk in a pack, roll him up, and get him out of here.
If CM Punk is winning this title, it's going to go on last.
This has been the Logan Paul build of a lifetime. I don't give a about this, man.
Straight up.
Becky still got a little bit more stank to rub all over that belt. That moonsault off the cage is happening. This is the SummerSlam card, folks. Hip-hop and wrestling. John Cena defending the WWE Undisputed title against Cody Rhodes. Part 2 in a street fight at SummerSlam, which means anything and possibly everything is going to happen. Actually, I like to build up to this match a little bit more, actually a lot more than I did for WrestleMania. And I talked to Gold about this last week. I don't think they can f this one up like they did at WrestleMania as long as Travis Scott is nowhere near. I don't necessarily want to see The Rock have any involvement in this. I just want to see these two fight, knock down, drag out, someone gets put through something, and we get a clear, definitive winner. So, Nick, what are you thinking about this match?
Glad it's a street fight. I'm glad it has a stipulation. I'm not worried about Travis Scott because apparently him and WWE done fell out.
Fantastic.
Hopefully Rock can keep his ass away. Yeah, just have a finish. But yeah. So I'm ready for the end. Even though as good as he's been as a heel, the whole reign as a whole has been for me. So I'm like, damn. As much as I wanted it to happen before WrestleMania, I'm kind of regretting that they actually turned Don Cena heel and the kind of product they gave us.
It's had its moments, but it hasn't been spectacular. Who are you picking to win?
I've heard on the the internets that Cody's about to turn heel to win it back. But I'm like, we'll see what happens. I don't know if I believe that either, but I guess Cody's gonna win. That's what I want. So that's what makes sense to me, I guess.
This chapter ends on the second match. You think? It's a street fight, which means, any shenanigans, if anybody wants to come to the ring and cause some turmoil, they can. I would like for them not to, but something just tells me that something is going to happen.
Yeah. Would it be in a street fight? Anything goes? Yeah, it's going to be interesting.
Yeah. Gold, what are your thoughts on this matchup?
I said it was safe for Cody to win. It was too safe. But I think if you want this man to go heel, do it in this match. I think that's still going to sell. It'll be like going back to what we was talking about, BS. We was talking about the Bret Hart and Stone Cold match. It was kind of like a double turn because we know John is going to sell regardless. But a heel Cody Rhodes, very interesting.
He's done it before. But not this incarnation of Cody Rhodes, not the made man Cody Rhodes. We're talking about dashing Cody Rhodes and the disfigured Cody Rhodes. And that version of Cody Rhodes was quite boring back then, but this is a different guy, different era.
A whole different magnitude. I think that should have popped, man. It's a street fight. And when we were talking about it was like, he can't really do anything foul to make himself look bad. But if he does something significant to make him turn heel or whatever, like that is gonna be so crazy. And I'm all for it.
My concern is just who the top babyface would be on a Cody level. Madison J, what are your thoughts on Cody Cena Part 2? Is this the end?
Could be. WWE might try to stretch it out. But I do actually think it's the end because at the end of the day, Cena's out of here at the end of the year. So it's not like they can run it back next year or 2 years. Honestly, I'm going to go with Cena winning. I can see a double turn. I'm just thinking of the last time WWE really greenlit a double turn in the modern era.
I'm having a hard time thinking about that in this particular era. At least in the Roman Reigns, the Shield era, I can't recall.
Yeah.
Can't recall a time.
Would y'all consider Rock and Hogan?
Yeah, but that was Attitude Era. Also, that was Canada.
Gotcha.
Canada is bizarro world when it comes to the fans. And I'm actually thinking that might be the case here in MetLife Stadium. Again, this New York crowd, the last time they're going to see John Cena, might be a pro-Cena crowd anyway.
Right.
I just don't know what Cody could do to officially be a heel without on fans. I don't see a hard pivot like that unless, and we mentioned this last week, the only way that he can do that is to sell his soul to the final boss. It's the only way.
Or if he wins and just keep beating his ass.
It's a street fight, right? There's no cheating.
I'm talking about after he wins, though. After he wins, he just keep getting at him. Like, just keep getting at him. Whatever. Then people are like, all right, you won. Why the fuck you doing that? You know what I'm saying?
I mean, technically, that's what Brett did to Stone Cold after their match. Got messing with him until Kim Shamrock had to come and put him in a yoke. But yeah, Gold, your official pick was? Cena. All right. With Cena, Madison J, you said Cena as well. We got 2 Cenas, 1 Cody. Looking at John's remaining dates, he only has 11 dates left, and his final retirement match is in December. So I'm going to say that Cena's walking out WWE Undisputed Champion at SummerSlam. I don't think they're going to pull the trigger on Cody getting it back just yet. They might save it for something a little bit bigger, especially if a heel turn is brewing. I don't know if it's going to come to pass this time around. But they got to figure out how exactly they're going to turn Cena back before he leaves. So this might be the way to unravel it. I don't know.
Or maybe he turns face when he finally loses.
Yeah. I mean, he seemed less hostile and very melancholy on his last appearance on SmackDown.
Cody did ask to wrestle the old John Cena this past SmackDown, so I wouldn't be surprised that to play into the story too on some sort of double turn.
All right, so if Cena runs to the ring, that might be the indicator. Yeah, this match is going to be great. It's going to be violent. It's all right. We got John Cena and Cody. We got 3 Cenas, 1 Cody. Let's talk about the Tribal Chief. Roman Reigns is back after a long vacay, teaming up with his cousin, Jey Uso, to go against Bron and Bronson. Seth's goons. I'm sorry. Oh, you're throwing up the 1. Okay, gotcha. I thought you were saying, hold on for a second. My bad.
No.
Tribal Chief.
Tribal Chief is back, and he's teaming with his cousin. I think the match should be good. Debatable whether it should be the main event, but I do understand what you're saying about it. It could be because of who's in it. The lead up, the build up, it all makes sense. Roman Reigns, he got a vendetta against Paul Heyman and Seth, and he's still pissed off at CM Punk. He's made it clear. Nick, what are your feelings on the Tribal Chief's return at SummerSlam?
This match is, without Seth, this is the first logical match to happen, especially since Jey ain't really doing anything. Roman can get his revenge on both Bron and Bronson. I figured they weren't going to give Bron the one-on-one match against Roman yet. This one feels bigger for SummerSlam. Roman has to concentrate on getting revenge on just Paul, so this will be enough by beating these guys until Seth comes back. And Jey ain't really doing nothing. So this will be fun to watch. It's just going to be a cool match on the card. It doesn't have any real heat. It's just like probably the coolest match on the card. At least night 1, for sure.
I look at this as the number 2 match on the card. I'm looking forward to Punk Gunther the most. However, this match should be entertaining. Glad to see the Tribal Chief back. I don't know if this means he's a Raw talent or if he's just going to float wherever he wants to float. I don't necessarily want to see him mixing it up with Braun and Bronson every single week for the remainder of the year. Although a War Games seems kind of likely.
I think he just goes wherever he wants to, this Roman.
Right.
Just like Logan. Logan is technically a Raw guy, but he's been on SmackDown.
Good point.
They have the brand split, but whenever they tell them the story, they're going to be on that show that they need to be on. So it's still hard to tell. I don't know which one he's on, but technically, he's a SmackDown guy.
I think it was supposed to be Seth and Braun versus Jey and Roman, but I think they switched up things when Seth had his injury. I still think it's going to be a good match regardless. I think it's a main event because of who Roman is, his status, and who Jey is, his status. You want to put Braun on that plateau because Braun's he's right there. And I think this will be the main event to do it. Him being involved in this main event, locking horns with 2 WrestleMania main eventers, it's going to put that rocket on Braun's back. And also Bronson too. It's going to put Bronson in the talks of being a main eventer.
Who you picking to win?
I'm going with Roman and Jey.
Roman and Jey. Nick, you are Roman and Jey as well, correct?
I do think it's Roman and Jey, but man, what a way to put Braun and Bronson on the map.
Yeah.
If they beat Jey and Roman. If they have plans for them, then they win. If not, then they lose. Bronson
and Braun would definitely have the most to gain for their careers because they're still in the building phase. Although they've been around for a couple of years, they're still building. But Madison J, what are you thinking about this match?
All you guys have made great points. I'm pretty much thinking that I want Braun and Bronson to win, but do you have Roman take a L coming back after, little light hiatus? Also still pushing Jey to the forefront. Do you have him take a L as well? So, politically, I'm like, okay, Roman and Jade, but I think if you do want to give the rub to Bron and Bronson, why not have them beat them? Because, it doesn't hurt Jade, it doesn't hurt Roman. Tag match, no implications. It's not like it's a title shot for the first person who gets the pinfall or anything of that nature. So it's like, why not let them get the dub? Also pushing and strengthening that duo, that faction, that alliance that helps them keep the heat going. I'm going to go with Bron and Bronson. They're going to pick up the win.
All right. Bron and Bronson for Madison J. Nick, you're rolling with Roman and Jey Uso. Gold, you're rolling with Roman and Jey Uso. I am going to roll with... It's going to be a lot of spears in this match. Jay got a spear, Roman got a spear, Bron got a spear, and we got a tsunami. So I'm going to throw caution against the wind as well, and I'm going to go for Bron and Bronson. So we got another 50-50 split. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. Tell a friend, tell a family member, anybody you know that likes wrestling, send them this way. And if you want to follow us on social media, here are the handles. These will be in the description as well. And of course, we appreciate you rocking with us. All right, next up, let's talk about what should be the show stealer, and that is the Women's World Champion, Naomi, defending her newly won title against Io Sky and Rhea Ripley in a triple threat. Another no DQ match. I don't think they're going to take advantage of that particular stipulation. I guess they pick and choose when to leverage that. If it was me, if I'm Naomi, I'm hitting people with chairs off the rip. Mm-hmm. What are your thoughts on this triple threat?
I'm excited for it, man. I love all three of these ladies. They're top women. Like, you got to think about the WrestleMania main event. You swap Bianca and Naomi and how amazing that match was. Naomi is athletic in her own right, so she obviously ain't going to be able to do some of the stuff Bianca did, but this would be a great match from an athletic standpoint. I'm picking Naomi to retain, but I also wouldn't be surprised if they put it on Rhea, because you got to think whoever wins is going to have Stephanie Valkyria and Perez. So it's like, if you want a big match, you go Rhea, but if you want to actually crown Valkyria, which they might want to do, they might want to do that against somebody like Naomi.
All right, yeah, that's a good point. I think the Stephanie match will have a lot more heat with the heel champion in Clash in Pairs. Stephanie versus Naomi. But Stephanie against either one of those three women should be amazing.
We've already technically seen Stephanie and Io twice. No winner, so she could win as well.
No, good point. They haven't had a definitive finish yet to their two meetups.
Yeah, and my pick would be Naomi though right now.
Who you rolling with?
Naomi,
that's simple, huh?
I think it's gonna be a beautiful match. You definitely got three different styles in there, but they all are good at what they do, and they all want to put on a great performance. I think it's Naomi's time, and she's gonna run with it for a little while, and I can't wait to see her and Stephanie clash. That's gonna be a good match too.
It'd be great to see Naomi have at least one successful defense before the title switches hands. A triple threat with no DQ will be the easy button for her actually to sneak out of there and keep the title on her. It keeps Rhea's quest to get the title back going. Keeps the Rhea rivalry still going. Now we got another woman with Stephanie getting into the mix. It could turn to a four-way feud over time. So I'm picking Naomi to walk out with the championship.
This is Naomi's time. I think Rhea is straight without the title. Also, Rhea is I'm putting her in top 10 category of all time. She's going to be one of the biggest talents in that company. She's putting in phenomenal work. Io Sky, it's dope because this run right here for Io has been phenomenal. Almost like it should have been that way the first time, but everything happens as it should. Again, another triple threat. We, take out Naomi and you put in Bianca. We know how that one was. So how is this one going to be, especially with a heel Naomi, a champion heel Naomi? So I'm going with Naomi. Because at the end of the day, I'll be damned if she gets just a couple of weeks in her reign just to lose it at her first defense.
Right. Especially with a win that big that made headlines. Like, that was a huge moment, that Evolution.
It was.
So let's ride that wave and let Naomi glow up on this heel level. You know what I mean? Let's let her do her thing.
Absolutely. She gave me chills, honestly.
Let's go ahead and get with the shit. Let's talk about CM Punk and the Ring General Gunther defending his World Heavyweight Championship. Now, this match, I was so looking forward to it weeks ago when I saw CM Punk push Gunther down after he chased Seth Rollins into the stand, and I just knew that once Gunther got done with Goldberg, he was coming for CM Punk's neck. However, right now they're just exchanging pleasantries, no real heat leading up to a match that I consider to be very, very big. And also, I think CM Punk's the underdog going into this match. But I want to get your thoughts on the match, the build-up, and your prediction. And we'll go ahead and start with my man, Nick. What do you think about Gunther versus CM Punk, night one at SummerSlam?
I feel the same way you do, pretty much. I definitely think it should, which I hope it does, I think it should main event tonight. And then, I'm excited to see it. I've been just the styles, just the way Punk is and Gunther. And I'm excited to see what they do in the ring together.
What about you, Gold? What are you thinking?
Yeah, I definitely share the same sentiment, man. Never seen them like, lock horns before. I definitely know both of these fellas are going to give a great performance, man, because they both are tough. Gunther, man, is looking to prove a point, and he feel disrespected. So I know he about to really try to make an example of Punk. But Punk a tough man, and it's not going to be easy. I'm really anxious to see, who comes out on top, because I definitely want to see Punk win, but I don't know, man. I don't know if he ready for Gunther, man. He's on the other side of his career, but this could be the time where he proved I'm still that one. Don't get it twisted. But just looking forward to see the outcome.
Mr. Madison J, what are you thinking about this build-up for CM Punk and Gunther for the first time ever?
I think right now, Gunther, CM Punk is probably one of those matchups that WWE has definitely, been waiting to cash in on. I think just it doesn't really need a build-up just because it's such a high-profile matchup. One thing that AEW does that I notice is that they always have big names going up against another big name, and it's like, throwing caution to the wind. There is no reason why they're going against each other. It's just, hey, we want to see a battle of great performers. And I think this right here is kind of like the story writes itself. Punk, he wants the title. Gunther has the title. Pretty sure Gunther feels he can put Punk in a pack, roll him up, and get him out of here easily. So, like I said, this matchup really just writes itself. I'm highly interested to see what route that they're going to go with this matchup, because Punk could, he could get the title. Gunther could retain. I think that if he were to retain, that's definitely like a solid notch to have CM Punk under his belt in this second reign of his. Punk winning, I don't even look at Gunther's reign as being a bad reign. It's like he's doing what he's supposed to do. He's doing what's needed right now. And then you have the injury of Seth Rollins, so who knows where everything was supposed to go into SummerSlam. But essentially the matchup with Gunther and Punk, I don't think it should main event. I think probably they should keep it the opener, kind of like having that tradition of having a world title being an opener. And there's it's two nights, and possibly I'll look through the notes. If that's the biggest, is that the biggest matchup that night?
Well, they also have the Roman J match against.
So you already
Bron.
know that's headlining. To me, that's the headliner.
I don't think
that's the only other choice to me. But I feel like I don't know. I don't feel like they there yet. Talking about no build.
I think it's a main event joint. I think that should be main event one, and then the tag team. The tag team match should be main event one, and then CM Punk and Gunther main event two.
Roman, Jay, Bron, and Bronson. Realistically, I don't think you're putting Tiffany and Jade main event.
No.
Do you go celebrity tag match? Headlining?
No, that's too much could go wrong.
That's in the middle. That's in the middle.
Yeah,
it's Roman. Not to say he's owed this main event. Character of that caliber, you want to make sure either opening or closing.
Yep.
There is no in between.
That's the way I see it. For those two matches, Those are the bookends, regardless of how they are. Those are the bookend matches.
Yep.
And I don't, with my statement, I don't discredit the Gunther and Punk. I do see it as a main event caliber, just kind of this being the mid-season Super Bowl, mid-season WrestleMania. Hey man, Roman is, synonymous with those epic moments, those, stepping in and giving us greatness. So I just think that Roman, Jay, Art, then also with Bron, and I'd be wanting to call him Big Tsunami, Bronson Reed.
Why not call him that, bro?
Why not?
Yeah, you know what I mean? Big Tsunami. Like, because I'm just like Bronson Reed. It's just like, it's too much. Big Tsunami, you know what I mean? Like, but anyway, so not to stray off. Long story short story long. I think you have them main event because out of, mind you, Gunther, Punk, Gunther definitely being right now WWE, but with Bron and Bronson, you're signaling to us that, hey, these guys are the future. We've got them rubbing elbows with the big dogs now.
You're probably right.
Yeah, you give them that main event look. Yeah, don't fuck around and have them actually win. That'll,
Rock it.
Going too, you know what I mean? Just the intrigue of where that could go, because that gives them super bragging rights and with their little, duo union. But yeah, going back, Gunther and Punk, I'm putting money on it. I don't think that they will main event night one. I think either opening, but also they could close as well. I just don't see them main eventing over Roman.
So here's my theory. If CM Punk is winning this title, it's going to go on last. If it does not go on last, I don't think he's going to win the championship. Because although Seth is hurt, if they wanted to end the show with a cliffhanger, they're going to do it at the end of the show, not at the beginning of the show.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Something to make you be like, oh,
Exactly. Now, Roman versus Jay, a tag match, main eventing SummerSlam. I could see it only because of who's in it. I can see it.
Yeah.
Main event Jey Uso, the longest world champion of this era, Roman Reigns. But there's no stakes. There's nothing on the line except bragging rights. But then again, as you good point, Jay, the Punk Gunther match really doesn't have any heat. He just won a qualifier and here we are. But I just think that match is going to be like just a knockdown, drag out, physical, violent fight. Punk's a brawler and Gunther is a destroyer. I think this match is going to be brutal. I hope they give it at least 20 minutes. And I think Punk will survive it. But in terms of the prediction, let's get into that part. Who you picking? I think Gunther's walking away with the title. I think Gunther's walking away. CM Punk ain't going to get it just yet. He will, but not this time. But what do you think, Nick? Who's winning between CM Punk and Ring General?
I think Gunther will too as well because it don't feel like Punk's time. I don't know how to explain it, but it just don't feel right now.
This don't seem like that heartfelt world championship moment.
Yeah, it feels too small for SummerSlam. It feels like the only way he can get it is like the main event of WrestleMania, much as he complains.
Yeah, good point. He could. If he stays healthy up to WrestleMania, we'll have to see about that. There's the other big gold belt. But who you picking to win? Nick's going with Gunther. I'm going with Gunther.
I still only think he wins the world title. I don't think he becomes WWE champion.
Oh, you don't see him getting that title?
Nah.
Who you rolling with?
Get out of my head, Nick. I think the same thing. I don't think Punk is gonna win at SummerSlam. I think if Punk does win that world title, it's gonna be at like WrestleMania. Because that'll be like a full circle moment because he never main evented WrestleMania, so he got to main event WrestleMania. For him to win that title and main event WrestleMania and win the title, it'll just be like a beautiful story fulfilled or whatever. And we know they're big on finishing stories. Cody Rhodes. Right. So that's what they doing now. That's what they're cooking up. So I think I'm going with Gunther.
I don't know why I have this feeling that Cody Rhodes is going to be involved in next year's WrestleMania World Title main event again.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And it might be,
I do too.
And it might be Cody Punk, that'll be big. Especially if it's a heel Cody, who knows? Or a heel Punk, who knows? Yeah. But Madison J, what is your gut telling you about this match? Who's winning?
Gunther. Gunther's getting him out of here. Just, essentially to bolster his reign. Could be some phony business if they want to, hey, let's, stretch the rivalry out. We know how the game goes, DQ finish or something like that.
Right.
Some wacky business. But I really think for the most part, Gunther should walk out of that, should walk out of SummerSlam still champion.
All right, next question would be clean or shenanigans? I'm thinking if Gunther's winning, he's going to win clean and decisively. But what do you think, Nick? Shenanigans or a clean victory for Gunther?
Clean. I don't think he needs shenanigans. He ain't needed shenanigans in a while. So
I'll give Gunther all the credit in the world. He's that one champion who doesn't rely on shenanigans. He's like a one-man army. So legit. You know what I'm saying? But what do you think?
He's had him, but
he's had, but not.
He's had him, but it's not like a thing you're used to. Like Ric Flair, I just be like that guy shenanigans all the time.
Oh yeah,
but Gunther, nah, he wins.
Yeah, at least in his title reigns, he's, I would say, 80% decisively. Gold, shenanigans or clean?
I think it's gonna be shenanigans, but it's not gonna be on his behalf.
Whose behalf is it going to be on?
Like said, is Seth really hurt? You know what I'm saying?
So I keep asking too. I'm like,
is Bronson gonna get involved? Is Bron gonna get involved? Like I don't think it's gonna be shenanigans on Gunther's behalf, but I think it's gonna be some shenanigans. I don't think Gunther gonna beat CM Punk clean. That's just my feeling. I don't think
that's a good point too.
That's actually a really good point, because just because Seth ain't here don't mean that his goons ain't still out for blood. Yeah. Okay, that's a good point. Mr. Madison J. Clean. Some chops, sleeper, sloppy powerbomb, a dive.
Yeah,
it's a wrap.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because just going off of, you know what I mean, like you said, Punk's a brawler.
I was gonna say, Go got me thinking. I don't know if CM Punk really is gonna take like just a clean loss. Nope. He hasn't had one of those in a while, huh?
Nope.
But now if I don't want a fantasy book, but just in terms of, okay, to make Gunther, like possibly, mind you, tapping him out. Because at the end of the day, in real life, we've seen, Punk tap out. But I think if you want to continue to make Gunther look good, you got to. And we just, we were just building and discussing about, hey, Gunther doesn't rely on that. He doesn't like that. You know what I mean? For the most part, that's what you want to do. You want to come out and do some, some funny shit. All right, cool. But I didn't tell you to come and do it, anything like that. I'm the general, So it's like, nah, it just keeps him looking good in the light. So if a funny business win, it kind of taints Gunther, because it's like, you don't even need that, you don't need that. So that's why I'm going with clean.
Here's my wild theory though. Okay, so let's just say if Bron comes out and gets involved and be the reason that CM Punk loses, Gunther not gonna like that. And then it's gonna make him mad, and that starts a feud between him and Bron.
There's a lot of angles that could be coming out of SummerSlam, to be honest with you. I
think that's what they need. At this midway point, they need some angle. They need something. I just want to see these guys fight.
Yeah.
Okay, hypothetically, if Seth wasn't hurt, I would assume that he would have a match on this show. Against who? I don't know. Possibly Roman Reigns. I mean, it could be a completely different.
That was what the rumor was.
Right. It would. I was thinking it was going to be him and Bron, versus Roman and Jade.
They could have did a three-way. They could have did, they could have did Bron, Bronson, Seth against Roman and the Usos. They want to buy some time to milk it a little bit before they do the inevitable one-on-one.
So I would just say, what I'm thinking is, I'm wondering how serious the injury is, because I don't have a doubt that he had an injury. But I'm wondering how serious it is. Maybe it was one of those things where, okay, I need to sit out like a month or two.
Right.
That's what I'm wondering.
I feel like whenever he does pop up, he's popping up for the cash-in.
Exactly. Anything less would be
pop up for the cash-in. And if Punk was to win, that would be the perfect opportunity to do so. I think there's a lot more money in him cashing in on a Punk than cashing in on a Gunther. But at the same time,
I agree.
We have a Cena and Cody situation as well. That unpredictability.
That's always been my pick. I've always thought that Seth was going after the big belt.
I said the same thing.
What is going to happen now? So I don't know.
I said the same thing. I said Seth go after the undisputed, and if Roman wins another title, let him win the world title.
Oh yeah, I mean Roman got to get his hands on that gold just to grand slam it. You know what I mean? But so that's going to happen. All right, so we're all picking Gunther. We're picking it clean for the most part, with the exception of Gold saying there's going to be some shenanigans.
But not on Gunther's behalf.
Not on Gunther's behalf. But I think the match is going to be excellent if they give it the right time. And I can't wait to see it. And hopefully this will be part one of a series, because I can definitely see this turning into a nice, lengthy, violent feud. But right now, Gunther, he's riding high, confidence through the roof. He done retired Goldberg. He done won the world title for a second time. He's out there talking that shit. every single week. And he left CM Punk speechless in the ring this past Monday. So CM Punk going to have to come with it this upcoming Monday just to sell this match a little bit more. But the match is going to be good, but I still would like a little bit more heat with it.
They're definitely coming to blows this Monday.
That's what me and Gold were talking about. We were like, are they going to get physical before the match?
I think they.
And Gold
I think
said,
they will. They'll come to blows.
Yeah, I think a little beat down would be nice.
Yeah, and we said I said if Gunther like beats the shit out of CM, man, then CM gonna win. But if CM gets the upper hand and like stand over Gunther, holding up that title, he's losing for sure.
I think it'll be a pull apart.
That could happen too.
I don't know. This is a 3-week build for a world title, which again, it just screams that CM Punk's not going to win. He would have like a longer build up to get a world title. Either way, I'm just happy that we're getting the match.
Yeah, me too.
And we'll just see what they do after the match. But we're all rolling with Gunther over CM Punk. All right, so we'll move on to the next match. But before we do that, if you are still rocking with us, enjoying this prediction show, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. Tell a friend to tell a friend. And you can follow us on the socials. The handles are right here on the screen and in the description. Well, the match I'm really, really looking forward to, probably the most exciting match, and I'm glad they announced it because me and Gold had this long conversation about how the Street Profits have not been on a PLE since last year's WrestleMania. So here we got it. We got a 6-pack TLC, tables, ladders, and chairs with these 6 teams: Fraxium, the Wyatt 6, Andrade, and Rey Fenix, DIY, the Street Profits, of course, and the Motor City Machine Guns. Can it get any better in terms of a TLC match? With these 6, I just hope, please, WWE, let these guys have 30 minutes, bell to bell, and let these guys jump around, throw each other through do creative spots. What the hell is Montez gonna do? What the hell is Rey Fenix gonna do? Diving all over the place. This should be an excellent match, a great matchup of styles. There's no way that this match can be bad unless there's some serious injury, but I expect this to be the weekend show-stealing match. But Nick, what are your thoughts?
And just like you, man, very excited. Like, this brings me back to like old school SummerSlams where they where it seemed like every year they would do some sort of TLC match for the tag titles on the pay-per-view. This is great. And if we all remember the SmackDown Triple Threat TLC from just right after WrestleMania with the Prophet, the Machine Gun, DIY, that was phenomenal.
Right.
You had 3 more teams with the athleticism of Fraxium and the unpredictability of the Wyatts. Like, oh my God. Yeah, I'm just very excited for it.
It's going to be fantastic. Gold, what are you thinking about this match?
I think this match is going to be super dope. It's going to be action-packed. We're going to see some crazy shit. We're going to see some outstanding like stunts. I'm looking forward to what Fraxium does and what Rey Fenix does and Andrade. My money is on Fraxium and Andrade and Rey Fenix. I think one of those two are going to come out with the titles.
Okay, so Fraxium or Andrade and Rey Fenix. Okay, you're pushing both of them. Madison J, what are your thoughts on this match?
Man, this is about to be a barn burner. I feel like every team in here, is collectively going out there to show and prove why, hey, tag team wrestling needs to be at the forefront, especially on the PLE. It's been a little hectic in terms of how they've been defended on PLEs. I'm looking forward to seeing what these tag teams are going to do. They're going out to steal the show.
Yep, for sure.
It's going to be dope. Plus, the entrances are going to be really dope, too. You got a lot of teams and character and all that. So that's going to be dope just to see all these guys come out, do their thing, and this potentially could be classic because this is a big TLC match,
It's about to be some dope ass outfits too. All of them gonna come out with some dope fits.
Oh yeah. I'm actually looking forward to seeing what the Wyatt 6 entrance is going to be at SummerSlam. Yeah, it's going to be dope. They can't mess this up. Fraxium or Andrade and Phoenix for gold, correct?
Mm-hmm.
All right, and then Madison, who are you picking to win this match?
It's tough.
It is because it's 6 teams, Anybody could win. Man, I'm going to probably go with, I can see DIY. I can see the Profits. This is crazy, man.
Nice problem to have, right?
Yeah. To be honest, I'm just fucking. I'm gonna say Street Profits.
All right, so we got Street Profits, and I'm not gonna let Gold get off the hook. There can only be one, sir. So who's gonna be Fraxium or Andrade and Rey Fenix? Fraxium. All right, so we got Fraxium.
I say that, man, because they've been showing out. Even their match with the Street Profits, man, they were showing. The Street Profits won that match, but they were showing the fuck out, bro.
Oh yeah.
I think they kind of like earned a chance to like hold those titles for a little bit, even if it's a little bit.
Right.
With that pool of talent, those titles actually can go around a little bit. So we got Fraxium for Gold, we got Street Profits for Madison J, and for Nick, who you picking?
They will go with Rey and Andrade.
Rey and Andrade? That's a good pick. I myself, I'm gonna go for the Street Profits. That's why I got them on the overlay with the gold back on their shoulders, because they should have never left their shoulders to begin with. I think that Eric Rowan's gonna go through a table, and the White Six will be relinquished of those titles because they don't need them. I like Joe Gacy. Joe Gacy is an excellent worker. And Dexter Lumis, outside of him being the psycho stalker, I didn't know he could fly. This match can't go wrong. The only thing that can go wrong is if you deprive us of the time that this match needs with these 6 teams. Let this one go 30. Just let it go 30. That's all I'm saying. But yeah, we can't lose in this match, but I'm hoping that the Street Profits get these titles back, so that's who I'm rocking with. All right, speaking of rocking with, if you're still rocking with us, please hit that like and subscribe button. Tell a friend to tell a friend, tell a cousin, tell an aunt, tell an uncle. If they like wrestling, this is the place they should be hanging out here at Hip Hop and Wrestling. I appreciate you, and if you want to follow us on the socials, here are the handles here on the screen, but also in the description. New Rock and Sock connection. Alexa Bliss and Charlotte will be teaming together to go against Roxanne Perez and Raquel Rodriguez of the Judgment Day.
Big Bobby Cool.
Weeks ago, matter of fact, last time, Madison, you were on with this, we were talking about how we think that Roxanne was going to get in the Judgment Day mix, get those tag titles because Liv was going to be absent. That's exactly what they did. And it's leading up to a great story for whenever Liv decides to come back. And they're doing it slowly. They kind of cooled off the heat between Dom and Finn. Finn's happy because there's some gold. Roxanne's not flirting heavy with Dom at the moment. She's just happy to be in this tag mix while Raquel's giving her a little bit of a side eye. Dom's reluctantly supporting Roxanne, not all the way in, but reluctantly doing it. So they're just planting these little small seeds, and I guess they're going to time it appropriately to when Liv is scheduled to return. But on the flip side, we got Alexa, Bliss, and Charlotte teaming together, former enemies, former friends, former enemies, frenemies, and Charlotte's consistently saying, hey, we are not friends, but her heart is warming up to Alexa every single week. Now, I don't know if there's some long-term legs, long-term wheels on this angle. I would like to see it, but if they're just throwing them together to be throwing them together, then I'm going to assume that inevitable heel turns coming from somebody. Or maybe not. They're typically very predictable when it comes to tag teams. However, Nick, what's your opinion on this matchup and how it came to be?
First of all, how they came to be. I like what they're doing with Charlotte. It made her like likable instead of her just running around calling herself the queen, even though she still does. But that's all she was doing for like years, and then just winning. I think that's what got people sick of her. It was just like she wins all the time. As soon as she came back, she won the Rumble. Like she could have had a challenge for Tiffany or win the Chamber, but they could have gave the Rumble win to somebody, new, fresher. But so I think that's the whole thing why she was getting booed. But Alexa Bliss has made her likable. It's made me like both of them more, actually. And then I like what Raquel's been showing me lately. Roxanne is just her talented little self. And so this should be a good one. This should be fun to watch. I think the Judgment Day might have to lose this.
Why is that?
Because I think they really want to put Alexa and Charlotte over the edge. So I'm thinking that's why Judgment Day will win or Judgment Day will lose. But like you said, I like the way they're building this little thing in Judgment Day. So I don't know. It's hard to call too.
Well, on the flip side, they don't necessarily Judgment Day doesn't necessarily need the tag titles to further along the void of Liv and Roxanne's infiltration into their camp, their clubhouse or whatever. And if they want to put more heat on Charlotte and Alexa to see where it goes, and of course, probably a way more popular tag team to be holding them and going from show to show, because technically that's what they do. Alexa and Charlotte are fine with or without tag titles, but together, at least they got something to do that has some level of interest.
I think that's what it is. Like the Judgment Day are going to be on TV anyway, so that's why Roxanne and Raquel don't need tag titles. Whereas Charlotte and Alexa, I think it just informs where they go next. It just keeps them busy for a while.
Gold. My guy, what are you thinking about this particular matchup? Raquel and Roxanne versus Flair and Alexa.
I like the dynamic of Alexa and Charlotte working together. Charlotte like swinging it and becoming like a face again. I'm looking forward to Roxanne and Raquel winning, bro. They just got that dynamic right now when it feels like, I might laugh, but it's cool. It feels like Shawn and Diesel's run, when they was like a tag team. It feels just like that. It's like really nostalgic feeling.
I always actually said that about when Dakota Kai and Raquel Rodriguez, they were partners in NXT. And I said that all the time then.
Shawn Michaels, Big Daddy Cool?
Shawn Michaels Diesel. So it's funny that you said that again with Raquel, except with Roxanne in the Shawn Michaels role. You just be like, throwing these hoes around like she just money. Yeah, I agree totally.
At first, man, I was like, nah, I'm not with it, but slowly, like, they just built her character, and I think she just got a little more confident in it. And I'm like, she is Big Mommy Cool. Like, it's just a slow walk, and it seems like she's happy, but she don't want to be happy. Like when Roxanne ran and jumped on her and like hugged her when they won the match and shit. I'm like, that's Shawn Michaels and Diesel, bro. Like, so I think they're gonna win this. I think they're gonna win. They're gonna keep those belts, and it's just gonna build more heat for when Liv comes back. Liv comes back, man, and then it's gonna be like, all right, I'm ready to start defending our titles again. And they'll be like, wait, Liv, like we got this. You know what I'm saying? Like we've been holding it down while you were gone. Like it's cool. We'll keep this going, and she'll probably be like, you mean we were champions, and that's gonna cause like friction within the Judgment Day, and then I want to see where it goes from there.
Yeah, I think the Judgment Day implosion will be as each member starts to slowly lose their gold. But Madison J, what are you thinking about this one, sir?
Should be definitely a dope women's tag match. The pairing of Charlotte and Alexa, and I mean it's definitely been money so far. So like Nick said, I think I could see them walking out with those belts, because you kind of want to strike while the iron is hot, while you got something, people are engaging with. So why not, jump out the gym and say, yeah, let's go ahead and throw the belts on them. The only thing is that women's tag team title curse. We don't want Charlotte or Alexa to get injured.
That's a great point.
That's a good point.
But nah, prediction-wise, so I think I'm actually going to go with Charlotte and Alexa. Bucket.
So Madison J's going with Charlotte and Alexa. I'm going with Roxanne and Raquel. Nick?
Charlotte, Alexa.
You're going with Charlotte and Alexa. Okay, so Nick,
50-50.
All right, and your Judgment Day goal. So we got two Judgment Days, two Charlotte Alexas. I think this match should be really good, though. Roxanne is amazing. It's funny how you brought up that Shawn Michaels thing, her being a prodigy out of Texas, like those comparisons, right?
They both two Latinas from Texas. I was telling Lewis I was like, look at them, they look like cousins. Like, look at the picture down there.
Yep.
They look like they family.
Yeah.
Roxanne, man, her fine ass.
Yeah, I see a lot more legs on this story if they keep it on the Judgment Day. But Alexa, Charlotte, the new rockin' sock. All right, so we'll move on to the next match. But before we do that, if you are still rocking with us, enjoying this prediction show, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. Tell a friend to tell a friend, and you can follow us on the socials. The handles are right here on the screen and in the description. Moving on to the WWE Women's Championship, held by Tiffany Stratton versus Jade Cargill, the Queen of the Ring of 2025. Getting that title shot finally. What I don't know is if this is the right time. Should they strike while the iron is hot? Or should they keep it on Tiffany? Nick, what are you thinking about Tiffany Stratton versus Jade Cargill?
I agree with you totally about the title being cold. Tiffany's reign has been lackluster. She beat Charlotte at WrestleMania. She beat Nia Jax like 14 times with help every time. Like, she still ain't beat Nia Jax. And then, like, I don't know, like, what has she done exciting with her title run? She won it in January. Then she beat Trish Stratus. It's like, all right. Okay. Her title reign's been lame. That's why I'm cool if you take it off Jade. Not like y'all doing anything with it on Tiffany right now. I feel like she needs to get into some other beefs or something for a while. Build her character. because she's still not really fleshed out as a character. So yeah, I'm cool if you take it off for her. I'm cool if you leave it on her because I don't think Jade's ready anyway. But Jade looks like a star. That's the one thing she got going for her. She looks like money. Every time I see her, I just be like, damn.
If they want to strap the rocket to her, do it now. I'm kind of weary about her winning this title in New York, New Jersey market. Those fans are a little bit different, and they may not steer the way that WWE wants them to in this particular match, especially since it's not a heel-face dynamic. It's just two faces going against each other.
With this one, I think 50-50. I was thinking Tiffany was going to win because like Naomi she didn't cash in and get the other title. But now it's like up in the air. I think if they want to do it, now was the time to put it on Jade and see how the fans react. And they can always have a grudge match and figure out if they want to give it back to Tiffany or not. I think if they want to do it, this would be the time. If I had to bet, man, I'm going with Jade.
Going with Jade, all right?
With Jade.
And then, Nick, you didn't give a definitive pick, did you?
I think it's going with Jade.
Okay,
I think it's going with Jade.
Rolling with Jade? All right.
Yeah.
Madison J., what are your feelings on Tiffany Stratton versus Jade Cargill?
I don't know, man, because Tiff is still young. Jade isn't super technical or anything like that, but she knows her role and she knows it well. You know what I mean? But I think maybe having a veteran or having them meet at a different timeline, because I don't think we're going to get the best matchup possible. I would like Jade to win. I could see them pushing the button. But also, I thought the plan might have been for Naomi to take the strap off her, being that Naomi now already has a title. Where does that leave Jade? Does that beef up her thirst, her hunger to get a title? Or is it just one of those things of where WWE's like, okay, she'll always be in the chase, the chase until she kind of finally has that moment, as opposed to us kind of already instinctively knowing that Jade, oh yeah, title,
Right.
What if they give you the curveball, Maybe Naomi gives some interference. Maybe Bianca gives some interference in terms of whatever. And inserts herself like, I want a title shot. Whatever the case may be, I think Tiffany might have this one. So my pick is going to be Tiffany Stratton.
Tiffany Stratton.
This is one of my least look forward to matches of the weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not, my soul's not on fire for this one, to be quite honest with you. So I think a Jade title run as a heel would be entertaining because she did a good job being the heel TBS champ in AEW. So I would like for her to get back to that, baddie Jade. I like that version of Jade more than face Jade. I don't know if now is the time. Tiffany's young, but really, really good, but still not a vet. Jade's been wrestling for 5 or 6 years, still kind of green. But if she does the whole power thing, and Tiffany does the finesse thing, possibly this match might surprise us and be real good. This will be about 12 minutes long, and I think I'm gonna roll with Madison and say that I think Tiffany is walking out with that title, but she's not gonna hold on to it much longer. I think it'll be off of her by Survivor Series. But to do a quick collection, I think, Gold, you said Jade?
I said Jade.
All right. Madison J said Tiffy, and Nick, you said Jade.
Yeah.
All right, so we're 50-50 once again.
50-50 again.
Good luck to both of them. Let's talk about our homie, Dirty Dom, maybe future world champion Dirty Dom? Who's to say? His future is very bright. There we go. We got Dominik Mysterio, who has been ducking and dodging AJ Styles for weeks. He is now medically cleared. AJ Styles does not have to be undercover anymore. AJ Styles with a young, crazy, talented Dominik Mysterio. He's going against the phenomenal one. I expect this match to be just that, phenomenal. I was entertained by the story leading up to it. I like heel Dom, I like sneaky Dom, I like slimy Dom. Dom is just amazing where this guy has come from in terms of from the pandemic when he was teaming with his dad to where he is now. Like, we're seeing the true coming of age of a superstar in the WWE system.
Sure.
So shout out to Dom. I'm predicting that he's going to sneak away with a title this time around as well. AJ's going to give him that OG veteran rub. Nick, what are you thinking about this match?
Agree. I think Dom wins. But yeah, I've enjoyed the build. AJ's been good in the build as well. Dom is hot right now, man. I don't know if y'all saw the clip of him in Mexico this past week.
Blew the roof off.
Yeah, the ovation he got whenever he jumped Dragon Lee down in AAA was crazy. They love him in Mexico.
Wow.
So I'm like, oh yeah, like whenever WWE sees something like that, I'm sure they just started salivating and they're like, oh, he can make money for us in Mexico too. Dominik's is in a special spot right now. So they might want to consider kind of like strapping a rocket to him.
Right.
I can see him being world champion in 2 years.
2 years?
Maybe less.
Yep. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. That's big. Barring injury, I can definitely see that happening as well with the right story, because at some point, he does have to break away from the Judgment Day, right? He got to be on his own. Mm-hmm. And I got to see what that version of Dom's going to be like. Although I'm so entertained by this version, you got to be a great heel before you can be a great face. That's typically the way it works with most wrestling superstars. Mr. Gold. I take that's a Dominik Mysterio as well.
Hell yeah, Dirty Dom, man. Going back, what you said, it's a beautiful story. Dom really has earned his spot. Dom put in the work. When he switched up with the Judgment Day, everybody was booing him. Every time he talks, everybody boos him. And when he won that Intercontinental title, he got a pop that was legit. Mm-hmm. And he's just been on fire ever since. I love every bit of it. I love that he's cool on the camera and off the camera. He's a sneakerhead, and you know I respect sneakers. He's just super cool, man. And he got to be cool. His dad is Rey Mysterio Jr. That alone should put a little pep in your step. Like, yo, my dad's Rey Mysterio. And I earned my spot too. You know, it's not like just going off the strength of my dad. Like, I earned this shit. So I'm looking forward to see what's next for him after he has this title run and him winning that world championship title for the first time. Dom, you my guy, bro. Shout out.
And just to see this man be under the wing of such great veteran tutelage like Finn Balor and this uprising and what the Judgment Day as a whole, as a brand. But I'm interested just to hear about Dom's upbringing, just growing up, working with Conan and Psychosis. So Madison J, what are you thinking about this match and Dom?
I like the vignettes between AJ and Dominik leading up. They've been really funny. You know, I like the usage of it. AJ being active as well, you know, keeping himself afloat. Dominik, like we just discussed, he's on fire. You know what I mean? Watching his growth, watching his journey and how he's developed as a character, how he's developed as a person, at least that we can see. It's been incredible. And he's only going to get better. Only going to continue to really master the art, master the game, because he's a student of the game. You know, he's a product of it. I think AJ walked out with the eyes of the eyes.
Yeah. Do you think it's a temporary thing? Like AJ takes it off just for Dom to get it back?
Could, depending on where they want to go. Why not? Let's get Dom in the picture, because that clip might have really planted something in their heads like, yo.
Yeah. Matter of fact, it'll be a good rub for AAA, the Mega World Championship, to show up on TV. Have Vikingo come up for a little bit. Maybe Alberto Patron. I don't know. But yeah, shout out to Dom. All right, then Gold, you are Dom. And Madison J is AJ, and I'm rolling with Dom. So we got 3 out of 4 here. Well, now we got to get to the celebrity match. Now we got to talk about RK Rogue. Randy Orton teaming with Jelly Roll to go against Logan Paul and that dastardly bastard, Drew McIntyre. Now, I'm not the biggest fan of celebrity involvement, especially if they're not trained. This is not Bad Bunny. This is not Stephen Amell. This is Jelly Roll, who I know has a mean chokeslam, but his Irish whip is a little sus to me when he did that to Logan the other day. I don't know about this one. I think these 3 men are going to have to do a lot of smoke and mirrors. I'll give Jelly Roll this. You do a decent forearm, a decent gingerly boss man slam. I'm going to give him the benefit of a doubt. I think this match will somehow be entertaining. I digress. Nick, what are you thinking about RK Rogue?
Like you said, I'm gonna give Jelly Roll his due. He lost weight to do this, but the man can't move. He can't move. This has been the Logan Paul build of a lifetime. Logan Paul has been the best part of this whole thing by far, hands down. Don't get me wrong, Jelly Roll's been good. Yeah, also on the mic, like
he was great promos,
on the mic. Randy's always good. It's rare. Like I'm like, damn, Drew kind of feel like a fourth wheel. That's only because Logan Paul has been so damn good.
And Logan Paul's been the MVP of this feud, and Randy and Drew have been like the supporting players. But they'll keep this match going the way it needs to go.
There's a reason I'm watching the match.
Yeah, they're going to keep the match
But
grounded.
Logan Paul is literally like top 5 heel right now. Like anywhere, top 5 heel. AEW,
This guy,
TNA, top 5. He's so good. And I like him so much.
yeah.
I've never been a fan of Logan Paul, but I'm like, oh, but you were meant to do this. Like, you were blessed to do this. I don't know how long you want to do it, how seriously you're going to take it, but man, you're so good at it.
Future world champion Logan Paul, I'm calling it. He's winning that Royal Rumble in Saudi Arabia. What do you think about this match? Jelly Roll.
Agreed. Logan's kind of carrying it on his back. You know, shout out to Jelly Roll, very talented artist. Much respect. I know it's just like, you know, cross branding, bringing more ears and eyes to the situation. I just hope they put on a good show.
Right.
I just really hope they put on a good show. He's in there with 3 amazing talents, so it has no choice but to be a good show. I know he's putting in the work too. Anytime a celebrity is involved, they really do train and try to make the best of this match. I'm sure he got some mentorship from a lot of superstars that respect him. Like I know him and The Rock got a good relationship, so I'm sure he's getting advice from him. And he might surprise us. But I just hope they put on a good show.
We'll find out. Mr. Madison J, what is your feelings on RK Roll?
I mean, it is what it is. Yeah, it is what it is. Definitely get that out of here. Because this could have been a triple threat match.
Yeah.
This could have been a really dope triple threat. Randy, Drew, and Logan. Clash of Titans. How dope is it to be speaking to Logan Paul in the same milk as Drew and Randy and saying he's in the ring with 3 guys? That's crazy to think about.
Right.
Logan's definitely earned that. This is as wrestling as apple pie is to Americana, man. Like having a celebrity come in and, you know, mind you, Bash at the Beach, Jay Leno, DDP,
Malone,
Logan, Rodman. It's one of those things, man. You know, like you said, Gold brings in those eyes and ears that may not tap in. Jelly Roll's definitely been doing his thing, so he'll have a fan base that might tap in and watch that just off the strength of the association with Jelly Roll. My winner of this match, though, I'm going to go with Randy Orton and Jelly Roll. You can't have Jelly Roll taking a hell in this motherfucker.
Oh, no. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, that makes
they definitely win, I think.
All right, so Nick, you're picking Randy Orton and Jelly Roll to win as well?
For sure.
This match is probably going to be 12 minutes with entrances, possibly. Yo, so Gold, who are you picking?
Jelly Roll and Randy.
Jelly Roll and Randy. All right.
Listen, man, side note. Remember when they brought Butterbean in?
Yes.
Yeah.
If you can make Butterbean work,
I like that.
It's the endless.
I like Butterbean.
So I'm saying, if you can make that work, maybe this should have popped too.
Do tell, exactly how did Butterbean work?
You said, how did it work? He only really, he did one brawl for all match against Bart Gunn, right?
Yeah. Remember he fought Mark Merrill for Sable. For Sable's honor, I guess.
Did he?
Yeah, you don't remember that match?
I try to bury Butterbean, excuse me. Him, Akibono, a lot of people I try to not think about their involvement in big moments, but now I gotta go back and look this up. All right, so all y'all picking RKO and Jelly Roll to win. I think for a feel-good story on Entertainment Tonight and TMZ and all the news outlets, Jelly Roll comes in, hits choke slam, maybe the boss man slam, gets the pin. Possibly Drew McIntyre inadvertently claymores Logan Paul.
Somebody's gonna wake up the next morning, go to the gym, and they're gonna play Jelly Roll song because they're inspired by the match.
You're right.
Yeah,
That's
so
what
listen.
it's about.
I got an open mind going into this one. I think as long as they don't botch anything, the fans are going to eat it up. So we'll see. All right, next up, surprisingly, we got Sami Zayn going against Karrion Kross on another PLE, this one being SummerSlam. Probably Karrion Kross's biggest PLE in a long time, since last year's WrestleMania. And I'm not sure where this feud is going. I still don't know what Karrion Kross is ultimately trying to get out of this, except saying, tell me I was right about what? I don't know. But I think this is an opportunity for it to have a better match than they did at Night of Champions. That match was kind of mid. Hopefully this one will be a lot better. Other than that, they put this match on here in place of a lot of other talent that could have been on this card. I know Sami is questing to get in the world title mix at some point, so possibly this might be a stepping stone, or this might be a breakthrough for Karrion. Not sure. But Nick, what are you thinking about this match?
I don't give a about this match.
Straight up.
I was excited to see it. Now I saw it twice. And now it's like, I don't know what the fuck Karrion be talking about. And all right, Sami fighting from behind like he always do. And this could have been Damian Priest and Aleister Black, and I would have been way more happy.
Yeah.
But that's happening next on SmackDown, so whatever. But still, I don't know. I want to see Karrion Kross succeed, but I wanted to make sense. Y'all just doing stuff. Yeah, Sami, people don't want to admit it, but Sami floating too.
Yeah. It's good to see him doing something different than feuding with Seth's goons all the time. So him and Karrion got their thing going. This is a long-term story, even if it doesn't make sense.
Get me invested in the match. Mm-hmm. Do something exciting in the story. Make Sami like turn heel or do something. Like, I don't know, do something exciting.
I mean, the last match had shenanigans in the form of a lead pipe. I'm surprised this isn't a street fight or a no DQ match, but this show happens to be full of a lot of no DQ type matches. Who are you picking to win?
This is probably my least. This is definitely my least. I look forward to 2 matches of the weekend. I think I'm picking Sami. I don't see what happens if Karrion Kross wins. Like, I see Sami winning and moving on to whatever he has next. Mm-hmm. But if Karrion wins, like, what's next for him? Go bothering somebody else? I don't get it.
Yeah. What's that Jay-Z line? Karrion Kross is on a treadmill going nowhere fast. That's what it seems like to me. But Gold, what are your thoughts on?
I share my same sentiments as Nick, man. I don't give a fuck about this match either. If anything, Sami better beat the shit out of Karrion Kross. I'm talking about he better be like going out on a stretcher and Sami turn heel. It better be something significant, man, to make this shit cool. Yeah, I'm kind of like,
Right.
I mean, I got Sami too, but Sami, you better beat his ass, bro. You better beat the shit out of him.
Mr. Madison J, what are your thoughts on this match?
Yeah, I just need a little bit more investment. I'm intrigued to see where they're eventually going to take this. If there is a solid end game, I'm going with Sami winning. You got to give us something in this match right here because it's kind of like, all right now, damn it. What's going on?
Right.
Yeah, another one? So something significant is going to have to happen to really change the gambit of this whole arc. Because it's like, all right, what the f are we doing here?
Going with Mr. Zayn then.
Yeah, I'm going with the Zayn stick.
All right, so we got 3 Sami Zayns on here, and I'm going to be the 4th Sami Zayn. I'm ready for this feud to be over with. This is a TV feud at best, and it's time to put this one to bed if you don't have any long-term plans for Karrion Kross.
Wrap it up, B.
Wrap it up, B.
Wrap it up.
Big time Becky Lynch against Lyra Valkyria, part 3 of an excellent trilogy of matches. Lyra has been showing out, coming of age herself, showing way more personality, way more attitude, and way more sass as of late, thanks to Bayley and Becky. Although I am ready for this title to go in a different direction with other talent, I won't complain about getting the 3rd match, being that the first 2 were so great. So here we are, SummerSlam, with the stipulation that Lyra Valkyria asked for no DQ. Becky Lynch says if she wins, you cannot challenge for the IC title ever again. Nick, what do you think about this matchup?
Lyra's been coming along, looking great. You could see this before as she came up, but now she's really starting to show an attitude, and like the bird shit is still like off-putting. And when she used to get going, she be on point.
As soon as the bell rings, the wings come off.
I fuck with her for sure. I hate whenever she wore them wings for arms. I'd be like, you look ridiculous.
Who you going for in this matchup?
I think Becky wins, and I think Lyra is. Like I said, I think she's shown that she's about to move on to bigger, better things because she has everything already. Like, she can talk really well. She's on her own. She's just doing her thing. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if she did something like win the Rumble.
Oh, yeah, that'd be great. And I must say, she's definitely coming across like a total package right now, Lyra. Especially on the talking, as of late. I didn't catch it before, but I definitely catch it now. So shout out to Lyra, but you're going Becky. I'm also picking Becky as well. I think Becky's going to slip away with that title. I don't know if she's going to feud with Bayley anymore after this, but again, I think Bayley's just lurking in the shadows. She's up to something, and what that something is, I don't know.
She's being real weird Monday.
Very weird on Monday. And Mr. Madison J, let me get your predictions. Your prediction on Lyra versus Becky Lynch.
Really dope kind of little rivalry these guys have had in a short span. I think Lyra comes from the Becky tree. I'm pretty sure that's where the chemistry comes into play. So this has been great for Becky. She, to me, has elevated the title just because of, for one, her name, but just the fact of how she's carrying the title, not just some secondary strap to her. She's holding it like it's best belt in the company. And that right there speaks volumes, because once she has been defeated, then the next person can carry that energy on and so forth. Lyra, this has really helped her out because it's really cemented her as like, she's here. Put some respect on her name. Lyra also, to me, just fine-tuned the character a little bit. In a few years, the potential is definitely there. My pick-wise, I'm going with Becky. You don't want to OD switch. Yeah, you don't want to switch it too much. Then it's, what was the point of the last loss or last win or so? I think Becky retains. Yeah, I think Becky retains.
That's what I was telling BS about, like, from the start when Lyra first got it. Like, they wanted her to mix it up with some OGs. And then when she lost it, it was like, all right, if you want her to get it back, then you want her to get it back from who she first lost it to, whatever. So that's why she didn't win it back at Evolution. It only makes it perfect or righteous if she gets it back at SummerSlam on the biggest, stage. She get it back from Becky.
Yeah, if you're going to get that rub and that chance to shine in front of 40 to 50,000 people, that is a good look right there for Lyra. But for some reason, I still think Becky still got a little bit more stank to rub all over that belt, and she needs to take it into another feud. And then ultimately, I think Lyra's definitely going to get it back, but I don't think that time is going to be this weekend. But if it does happen, great moment. Like, Becky's made. She can feud for any title she wants. I'm actually happy to not see her in the title mix right now. And I don't know if you peeped this, Madison. You noticed that the last couple weeks, Becky's been wearing red and yellow?
Nah, she's really been playing into the Becky Hogan thing. I thought that was really dope. That was crazy also. But I love how her and on to another degree, Mercedes Moné, excuse me. I love how they're embracing that, because she's been called that as well. But in particular with Becky, I love him taking it and embracing it. They're going to talk about you regardless. Yep. You know what I mean? So it's about how do you let that affect you, especially with character work. She's okay if you're calling me Becky Hogan, bet. You know what I'm saying? Nah, don't call me Becky Hogan. Call me whoop-de-whoop. But I like that little Easter egg.
All right, so we got 3 Beckys and 1 Lyra. So 3 out of 4. We'll see what happens this weekend. United States champion Solo Sikoa defending his title against Jacob Fatu in a cage. Jacob said he ain't going back to that cage. But we ain't talking about the pin. We talking about 15 feet of steel, trapped in there with no MFTs being able to get in, unless Talatanga rips off the door or somebody climbs over the top. That moonsault off the top is definitely going to happen. Nick, what are your thoughts on this matchup? And is this the end of this feud?
I have seen Jacob in a cage match in MLW. In fact, the only match I've seen of him in MLW was a cage match, and it was phenomenal. He was all big and fat and stuff and doing all this athletic shit. Mm-hmm. Night 2 of SummerSlam is hard. Like, all the matches go on night 2. I'm always hyped to see Jacob Fatu. As far as who wins, I kind of feel like Solo keeps it. As far as it being the end of the rivalry, I don't think so, because it takes forever for WWE to move on with shit. If anything, they'll still be beefing, but they'll introduce somebody else to the rivalry. Like, maybe LA Knight comes back. I want my title back.
LA Knight is not on the card, so that is a good point. I think the strength in numbers might play a factor. No one's stopping MFTs from getting inside the cage. Now, I don't think this is going to be a clean win. I think there's going to be some shenanigans. What are you thinking?
I'm going to talk much and up in the late back. But no, real now, Jacob's not winning. Solo's going to keep that belt. It's going to be Tonga, his big ass, going to come rip the door off or some shit, or somebody's going to get involved. Even Tonga going to come back, because we ain't seen him for a little while. Yeah. It's definitely going to be shenanigans, but maybe somebody comes and help Jacob too. You know, even though if Jacob loses, somebody will still come and add somebody else to the story. But sticking to my plan, I think team taking that belt off of Solo Sikoa. I'm sticking to my story.
He's still on this.
He's still on
yes.
that.
He's still on that.
Big Jimbo.
He's still on that sinking ship, boy. It's the Titanic.
Jimbo. Big Jimbo, son. He said he was going to ask y'all about it. He said he was going to ask.
Yeah, so Gold has this theory, and he's standing on it. He's saying that Jimmy is going to be the one to take the U.S. title off of Solo on some big brother shit. My argument was that Jimmy's still in rehab. He's in the freezer and he's in rehab. It can happen, but he's been practically buried, lost in the sauce, molasses, peanut butter with some jelly on top.
But fellas, this was my argument with VS. I said they did the same shit to Jay. Jay was losing consecutively. He was getting geeked out. And then finally they was like, all right, let's switch the scenario. Let's put him on a get up. And he won the Intercontinental title, held it for a little bit, lost it. And then he was put on trajectory to win the world title. And it happened.
But Jimmy gets no pop when he comes out.
Yes, he does.
Like, hey.
What? Bro.
It's more like, hey, Jimmy's here. It's not like, Jimmy. It's like, Jimmy's here. Good.
He's not getting no pop, bro. Did he come out to help Jacob?
Like, nothing real, no. He gets people excited because people like Jimmy.
Yeah.
But they don't really give a what be happening to Jimmy.
Yeah.
Man, it's not Kobe, bro.
Yeah.
What you thought it was Kobe?
Thinking Kobe.
I love Jay, and I'm glad what Jay got going on. I think Jimmy's a better talker. I think he's more charismatic. He just got to figure out something to add to that formula. I think he's on the right path. I think he's going to turn around.
Hey,
I think you're right. He is a better talker. I don't know if he's a better performer. Jay's got that connection. That's the difference. I don't think Jimmy has that connection.
Not yet. At the end of the day, the creative team are in charge. They deliver to us who they think they want to get behind. And if they want
he already got Naomi.
Exactly. He got a championship for life.
Yeah.
However, I would like to see him get that U.S. title. I think him getting some singles gold should definitely be on his resume.
That'd be cool for a husband and wife both to have gold.
Solo does need to get humbled on some big brother so that makes sense to me. Just don't think it's going to happen right now because, you know, if you were to rank all the Samoans on SmackDown, we got Jacob, and then we got Solo, and then we got the rest of them.
Jacob, Solo, then Jimmy.
Maybe. I think Jimmy and Jeff Cobb might be making that.
You better not say JC. You better not say hell no. Hell no.
He got a clean win over LA Knight and Jimmy.
There we go.
Talking about Cobb?
Or JC Mateo, whatever his name is.
And I also told BS, man, I said the next Samoa they need to bring in is Zilla, man.
Yeah, just bringing the whole family, but I don't necessarily want to see them keep fighting each other. But if that's what they got to do, that's what they got to do. So, Gold, you are saying that Jacob's not winning. There'll be some shenanigans and Solo's getting out of there with the title. Nick, you said Solo is getting out of there with the title, correct? All right, Madison J, it's on you. So what you gonna do?
I'm going Solo. Yeah, there should be a dope cage match. Going in the tradition of SummerSlam cage matches. You know the history, you know. This one also has a chance to be the sleeper match of night 2. I'll throw that out there. It's potential for sleeper of night 2.
Depending on how wild Jacob wants to get on this one, but I definitely think that moonsault off the cage is happening. But hey, Solo might surprise us and hit us with a splash. You never know. As long as they don't announce any other matches, this is the SummerSlam card, folks. And this is our predictions, and we appreciate you rocking with us. So make sure, if you're stuck around this long, you hit that damn like button. You hit that subscribe button. Then you check out Nick on Twitch, and then you go to Bandcamp, look up Madison J, listen to Rappers Like Wrestling 1, 2, 3, and his new release, Escape to LA. And then Stephen Gold releases music every single Friday with the Why Not Freestyle series. What week we on now? 39. And of course, the Hip Hop and Wrestling Show keeps going every single week. So we're doing our thing, guys. We are busy. We are active. We appreciate you rocking with us. Once again, here are the socials. Make sure you follow everybody. The links are in the description. And y'all have a wonderful SummerSlam weekend.
Right now, you're checking out the SOP.
Hip Hop and Wrestling. Hip Hop and Wrestling.